Morning guys, welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. This is the psychiatric self-therapeutic multimedia project for me to solve the problems and challenges and obstacles in my life, as well as a self-improvement process for me to reach the heights, goals, and ambitions that I've set for myself and those around me. And so this is the second of 3 live streams today. We're starting to up the ante here. 3 live streams, 15 minutes back to back, separated by a 10-minute gap. And so we have a continuation again off of the previous live stream, which I hosted just about 10 minutes ago. And this and all these live streams are really continuation of many multiple sub-series. The most recent one I'm focusing on is a combination, a fusion of multiple, from item catalog, which is like inventory management, to 1000 days till death, so 1KD, assuming that I die in 30 months. The most recent ones were BDMP, basics, survival, taking care of your health so you can focus on higher priorities like business, finance, relationships, and aftermath, 4 months of absolute health. So all those came together, and we have task kill spree version 6, which you see in the title. What you see is what you get. Take a look at the title, take a look at the screenshots on the side as well on the left hand side. All that means is we're going to focus on nailing down and getting as much done as we possibly can. And these live streams are really a self-reflection for me to constantly hold myself accountable by actually practicing and doing what I need to do. Aside from just talking about it, it means to actually get up and get things done. So with that being said, of course, the introduction to the Ahn Rho Project I already given in brief, but I would break it down one last thing into sub-series, domains of life, and analogies. So analogies are just ways for me to communicate to you what they are, what the Ahn Rho Project is. Domains of life, finance, employment, relationships, and you can break those down further, relationships into friends, colleagues, potential fellow volunteers, your boss, blah-de-da, and so on and so forth. Of course, and if I were to take away give this sort of synopsis or major summary of the entire Ahn Rho Project, aside from its component parts, it would be, as you see on my bio description on YouTube right now. I just updated it recently. It's a comprehensive life management project, and a lot like a time capsule for me to look back on 30 years down the road and constantly grow with every single iteration, every single day. So we're continuing off from where we left off in the previous live stream. I believe up here on the top, I moved the screenshot to the side. No, I removed it altogether. Okay, so it was over here. I believe I was stuck at number 33, and I said that, we're gonna jump from 33 all the way up to about, where do you see it on the left hand side? Bottom left, it says 62, 63. And the reason why, clearly everything's not organized yet. I'm still in the works of trying to manage the, 500 different processes and different things I have to do. And things are messy. I'm not doing things very efficiently. But it's going to change day by day. And so on the very bottom, obviously, I've listed things by the order at which they have occurred in my mind, as well as when they just appeared in my life. So actually 62 to 70 are the things that I had to do, aside from the basics like, showering and going to work and stuff like that. The basics of basically what I had to do yesterday. Basics. The stuff that I had to do yesterday, the most recent things I had to do. And I'm going to try to cover those in this live stream, since it involves a bit of garbage, a bit of urgent stuff that I have to take care of. And so we have some mail, some financial stuff. We had to do some scanning, some electronic records. We also have some food at the back there, and that's because I didn't actually have any food to eat at all. I was so late for work, and I didn't make anything aside from eating like a bowl of oatmeal in the morning, which is totally nothing. That's like nothing, and I still had to take the supplements, so that they're best come with food. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Tim Hortons and Wendy's and just cover the imagery there. The next live stream actually focuses on all the photography that I took of that, and that's one of those habits, a negative habit, where I take too many photographs and waste my time with that too. So we're going to try to run through that in the next live stream, but this one's going to be focused largely on these 8 down here and moving around in the room in about probably 5 minutes when I'm done talking about it. So 61, 62, 63. Where should we start? I think we'll start off with let's see, 62 looks like that's where, no, 61. 61 is about my cousin. So that's, he hit me up over Facebook, I believe, or maybe I hit him up. I think it started off with just, Happy New Year's, and then um, recently he's wanted to do a career change. Again, no names, no specifics. I'm not even going to detail in what industry he's in, but he's going to switch, and he wanted to talk to me about it. And so, we're going to try to find a place to sit down and just have a chat, kind of one-on-one. It's a little bit difficult with the whole lockdown situation going down. So maybe the wisest decision would be just to have some sort of Zoom meeting or WhatsApp live or whatever. I don't know. So anything like that might be useful. But I think there's something that would be better off personally, and so we'll see what happens there. 62. Moving on. So this is business related matters. I actually have to. I think it would be wise, following on that lockdown thing, with the whole pandemic situation outside right now, that I am supposed to have a business meeting with a training session with one of my team members on the side business in research and molecular nutrition. Now, the funny thing is, of course, she has a whole family, and usually she invites me over to her place. Now, I think that's just a really bad idea. And I just don't think that's good right now. Maybe when things die down and the caseload drops to below, say, a few hundred citywide, then that would be much better. And so I intend on calling her and just, saying, this is probably a better idea. And she's very insistent that I do come anyways. And, I don't think that's a smart idea, because I take the transit, right? So, yeah, even though she's very insistent with that, and that's because she has a lot of confidence in the products that we take. But even so, it doesn't hurt to play safe. So that's something I have to do as well. So 2 meetings kind of thing, 2 appointments, 1 appointment, 1 meeting. 63, the other one has to do with, what is that? Oh, that's hard. Oh, clips. I suppose it might help for me to just direct this to the laptop then, because at the same time, I noticed on my channel that I just went and tried to customize and change things a little bit here on my channel on YouTube, which isn't actually on right now, which is fine. But basically on my channel, I was taking a look back at some of my older videos when I first began the Ahn Rho Project. It was a clip I took, and my God, how much have I changed since? I mean, that's the whole reason why I started the Ahn Rho Project, right? To constantly, if I'm this algorithm, I'm this computer program, starting from, the most basics. Think of neural networks and machine learning. You start with the first iteration. I was a complete mess. I had so many insecurities. I still do, but it's so much. I've grown so much, and I have so much better composure and pitch, and my thoughts are so much better articulated than I did. And so I have that. You can check out that playlist. It's a little bit hilarious, but like I said, I cover the good, the bad, and the ugly on my channel. So I mean, that's the best way to improve myself. With that being said, I thought that was funny, and I decided to move that clip up. Yeah, and that was fun. Moving on to 64. By the way, someone left a comment there, so I tried to get back to them, and I believe that's somewhere down here as well. I wanted to get back to someone left a comment on that clip of mine, and that was like 2 years ago. So I just came back and just said, hey, and it's funny because he's doing his thing, and it looked like to me he was like the new Filthy Frank, the new pink guy, and I made a little joke on that, and he replied, and he's like, I'm not, I wouldn't put my name next to God himself, and that's a little play on words there. So that was a little bit interesting. So 64, moving on to that. So I have this mail here. So good, we're finally getting to the physical stuff, a little bit interesting. We have some of this mail, so RRSP statement, annual, so year end, they decided to ship it out. So that's great, I appreciate that. I had to scan it and just make sure everything's fine. Moving on, very quick, very easily. 65, so EDFG, really, eatery, dining, dineries, food, grocery. So okay, let's get to the food. I'm very eager to get through this, because obviously I have to throw this away. So I ate at Wendy's yesterday and Tim Hortons. So let's pull this out here, all this trash that I just throw away. So Wendy's quality is better. Like I said, the next live stream will have photographs, and it's just a lot of food porn. So we have 2 bags of Tim Hortons in here. One was of a wild blueberry muffin. Again, you will see that in the next live stream, so it'll be much more entertaining, engaging than just words and like empty packaging. The next inside it is also a Reese's peanut butter cookie. I never thought I could get that from Tim Hortons, but I definitely wanted to try those two out. I never tried the wild blueberry muffin. I never tried the Reese's thing, cookie, obviously. And for Wendy's, this was the most important thing. Obviously, those two were just dessert type snacks, but the Wendy's, you can see the packaging in here again as well. Took a lot of photographs here. Really bad of me. Needless to say, I had what was it? Junior bacon cheeseburger, really cheap for like a $2.29, and the other one was a cheeseburger deluxe. And the most important thing, I was surprised because you go to McDonald's, it has like just like lettuce and that's it, and then everything else is just protein and cheese, so it's like very unhealthy, saturated fat, sodium. But at least this one had both of them, the bacon junior whatever and cheeseburger deluxe, both had lettuce and onions and tomatoes, and I was really pleased with that because I don't eat enough vegetables. But the most important thought is really that I bought the Wendy's because, like I said, I didn't have any food. And if I turn to the side here at the very back, you can see again all these supplements here. Again, the products that I take with the scientific research company, and which is of course Usana, and I have all these full liver support and intelligence complex and antioxidants and minerals and vitamins. So obviously that's to be taken with food, and I was not ready for that. So basically I need a protein heavy meal, and I got a protein heavy meal from Wendy's, and then I coupled it with some of that. Now we have some, obviously I also talk about the garbage here. Obviously both of these things are going to the garbage. So I'm just gonna put this packaging, this paper together back to back inside, and then throw it in bags inside bags inside bags, and then I throw it away when I go to work. I'm gonna keep these 2 paper towels, paper napkins, and the receipt. I've already done the budgeting, and I've done the Excel work and put that into my spreadsheet and so on and so forth. So I'm glad that I've done all that, the budgeting and photographs we're gonna see in the next live stream, like I said. And the garbage, it's garbage. And of course health supplements. So it's just all of these different domains of life: health, nutrition, garbage, waste, groceries, right, packaging, budgeting, finance, right, everything just coming together there. I'm very glad to knock that off. 65, can throw that away. So number 66, project. Okay, so this one someone commented on one of my maybe 2 weeks ago, I believe. It was something about insecurities, and like I said, I covered the good, the bad, the ugly, the absolute pathetic portions of myself. I don't mind humiliating and embarrassing myself on stream because that's the best way to, like I said, public scrutiny. And really, even more powerful than that is my own scrutiny. Every live stream, I see exactly where my issues are, and I constantly improve on that. So one of those, it was actually relatable to someone who is watching, and nobody really watches my streams, I'm pretty sure, except for the hypothetical imaginary viewers. And so there's one guy did show up, and it was I'm not gonna say who. Like I said, he's just a guy well into his ages, but he's doing his business, and he had his own personal insecurities. He was ruminating in his thoughts, and then he watched, and then he said, "Thank you very much for this." And I never thought that I would be able to contribute something of value. Well, that was always the dream. I mean, that was the goal. That's why I do this, but for myself and also for others. But I never thought that actually somebody so soon into, just 2 years into the project, would actually reach out and say, "Thank you for helping me get past my insecurities." And so I want to get back to him. I said that I would see one of his videos, make sure I get a better understanding of what his personal dealings were, and just leave a comment and see what it is, what kind of opinions, because he was looking for some sort of feedback from his viewers as well on his channel. And so I wanted to give some feedback just to see if I can help him. The rest, obviously, we are all independent individuals, and we can take care of our own matters. After that, I trust him to take care of himself. That being said, continue off in about 10 minutes. I didn't realize time's short. 10 minutes.
out.